I'm Julie Neckley, and this is a quick video on online dating tips for men. Because I tried online dating, but I could only do it for a second, but because it was just a nightmare. But I do feel like I have some tips that would be helpful to men, because it feels sometimes like men don't really understand at all what females are actually thinking, feeling, or experiencing. So anyway, for starters, I think the numbers are off, and so if you're a female, you're just getting bombarded, but at the same time, you're getting bombarded by like really low-level interactions, and so it feels a little bit like Gulliver's Travels, you know, where he's like being assaulted by those little tiny men, because like all the men on the screen, they're these like tiny little men, and then they all get angry at you because you're not responding, but you can't respond because there's too many of them, and none of them are even saying anything. You have no idea who these fucktards are, you know, and like they're all pissed at you. So that's like my experience is like all these tiny little M&Ms just like, yeah! Like they're all mad at you because you like did something wrong to them just because you can't like engage 100 little M&M men. So basically, yeah, so I stopped it. I didn't like it. But if you are a man, I think it would be really easy for you to succeed in online dating if you just understood a few simple things. For starters, I wouldn't worry too much about your profile, because at least for me, I didn't read anybody's profile because it's just too boring. There's not enough time. I could really give a shit. It's like I like so much work I'm doing like online in the first place, like bombarded with the information constantly. You know, the last thing I want to do is read some dumb jokes a person's making, or like read about their hobbies of some guy I don't even know. You know, I just don't really care. So you should just like, if you feel like you have to say something, just say something like, not much to say about me, I'm a normal man, and say what your job is, you know, so that they know that you're like a kind of stable person who has a job. Yeah, and then just do like a few normal photos where you have a real smile on your face and you don't seem too tense or whatever, but don't try to like have pizzazz, because it's not about how you present yourself. Females are looking at how you treat them, so it's all about how you treat them. So here's what you should do. For starters, the biggest mistake men make is they're trying to approach too many females at once. And females can tell because it changes how you interact. And that is like the least appealing quality in a guy, is a guy who is interested in like lots of women, you know? Because it's just like, that's like one of the hugest things females are sorting for, is like, is this guy like me? Is he like interested in me? Does he want to really get to know a specific person, or is he just trying to put his dick in a hole? And if they get the sense that you're a guy who's just trying to put his dick in a hole, then it's kind of like repulsive. It's like, it's just like it's just like a really gross feeling. So that's what you really want to avoid, is it seeming like a guy who's like chasing after everything with a hole. So I mean, I think you should just like choose one female and see how far you can get with that one female before you like just like send stupid messages to a million people, because it's always going to show in different ways like how thin you're spreading yourself. And guys who spread themselves thin are just like very disgusting and unattractive. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just like trying to give you my unvarnished opinion so that you'll understand how females like are perceiving things. Because like what we want in a guy is like depth and intensity, and that's what I do. And it's like a guy who's like interested in all sorts of females. He seems to lack in any form of depth or any form of, you know, that laser pointed intensity, you know, because what's a dick? It's like a laser or whatever, you know. No one wants like a dick that's like looks like a pancake, you know what I mean? So I think that's the main thing, is you should probably just like choose one person. You're like, okay, I like this person the best, I'm gonna like go after this person, and that will give you the ability to actually make a good effort and have a good chance of succeeding, right? You're very unlikely to succeed with multiple women at once, in my opinion, unless they have serious issues, and so they're just like looking for anything. So anyway, once you've decided on your person, then you should, you know, send them a message, but like make it a message about them. Like be like, hi, I liked your profile, maybe like come up with a few reasons why you like it, and then say a little bit about yourself. Like make it like a paragraph long, you know, because even if they don't read the paragraph, they're like, well, I'll respond to this guy because he actually wrote a paragraph, you know. If you just say, hey, how are you, no, God, that's like so annoying. Never say, hey, how are you to someone who has no idea who you are. You know what I mean? So like, choose your female, and then like write a paragraph, right? And if she responds about herself, write back, write a lot, you know, like a paragraph each time. But I mean, I would say like after about 3 paragraphs, ask her out to dinner, because it's a dating site. So ask her on a fucking date. You know, she's like not looking for a pen pal. It's not a chat room. Most people don't have time to chat with random people they don't know. You know what I mean? Like, even people I really love, I don't have time to chat with them. So it's like, I definitely don't want to chat with some guy I've never met. It's annoying. So it's like, ask them out on a date. Like, I mean, you could just ask them on the first message, be like, I like you for this and that reason. Could I take you out to dinner sometime? Whatever. And I think a date should be dinner, because it's like, it's a certain amount of investment for a female to go out with a man she doesn't know. And so it's like, she can be like, well, I have to eat dinner anyway. You know what I mean? So it's like, if she has to like go out for like coffee or something, then it's like taking more. It's like, don't expect her to invest a lot of time in you before she even knows that there's a reason to, you know? So don't expect her to spend like an hour chatting, or like 3 hours chatting, or like, you know, meeting for coffee and stuff when she doesn't even know if there's a reason to meet you. So that's why I think you should like just like ask her out to dinner, because it like shows respect for her time. You know what I mean? It's like, your time, I appreciate you meeting with me. Your time is valuable, you know. So I'm gonna take you out to dinner. I'm putting a little tiny bit of an investment in this, you know, just like a $20 bill or whatever. And it also shows that you're more serious. You're not just like, the more you invest in a specific female, the more it makes you seem like you're not one of those dreaded moes, you know, who are just man-hoing everything. And it's like, I don't know why men don't do this, but it seems like they generally don't. I don't know if they're like afraid of rejection or what, because I mean, if the person's on a dating site, they're probably looking to date, right? So it's like, if you ask them on a date, there's a good chance they'll say yes, you know, but they might not want to like chat with you for like 57 days, you know, especially when your chat's like, hey, what are you doing? Like, that's like the rudest thing ever. Like, this person doesn't even know you, and she's expected to like invest time telling you what she's doing. Yeah, so when I think about it, that's really my only advice would be like, choose your person, write like a long message showing that you've like, there's something you like about her, giving a basic introduction to yourself, and then quickly move into asking her on an actual date. Make it a dinner date so you seem substantial, because seeming deep, focused, and substantial is like what women want from men. At least as far as I'm concerned, they don't need men to be interesting. They don't need men to be funny. All they need is for them to have like a character that is substantial and that they can like actually count on. They can lean on this person. They can trust this person. They can open up to this person. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. It's just like having a substantial character. It doesn't really need to have a bunch of like ribbons and little twiddles and whittles on it, because life is already too twiddly, you know? It's like, don't like just add more twiddles to the mix. So anyway, that is my opinion, and I hope this was helpful and you're not mad at me. Thank you. Bye.